Incoming transmission from Novaria.
Normandy! Are you there? Repeat, requesting immediate aid! Please!
Request denied. Setting new course for Kaidan.
Many decisions lie ahead. None of them easy.
Don't you just hate waiting for elevators? In this newfangled future, you don't have to. I mean, you do, but that's neither here nor there. Anyways, welcome to part 23? Yeah, it's 23. Still in Vermeer, kicking ass and taking names. I'm not allowed to shoot him. He's an innocent bystander in all this. That's all you need to... That shadow was super weird. Anyways, welcome back. Hello. Hello? Hello? Oh, look how sexy he looks. So beautiful. I kind of want to like zoom in on him, but it won't let me. There you go. So yeah, this is what the dragon teeth do to people. In Mass Effect 3, there's some more codex entries about how it's replacing like the nutrients and minerals inside their body into circuitry and synthetics using super advanced technology. This is probably one of the best close-ups we get on them. Probably the most notifying detail is the wires leading up to the head and the lights that pop out of the eyes. It looks as though the human skull is still intact there. Yeah, with the grayness of the skull, very few cracks, if any. Someone fighting? Thought I heard something. He's kind of looking at me, if you can't tell. Oh yeah, he's kind of looking at me. No, he's not actually. His head is just crooked to the side. Hold on, I need this again. Kaidan, please. And if you look at the spine hole at the back, it's pocketed around. It's probably just retained control of the motor functions of the body. And those ass cheeks. Sealed off, preventing any type of waste. Hardened legs, blackened. Yeah, the gray is probably the original softer skeleton that was been binded together by the circuitry and synthetics. Yeah, and then you have the blacker spots that are meant to do more damage or hold more foundation and footing. So, yeah. Notice there's a little bit of black around the face. That might be just to retain some type of... there might be something worth preserving in the mechanics of the face there, but clearly not the top part. I don't know why, though. I guess the brain is no longer useful because they've been indoctrinated. Brainwashed, effectively. And the control of the body no longer is here, where it all links back to the nervous system. It's all just linked into the hive mind, that is the Geth. Anyways, we're going to investigate this. I guess we could still look at his body on the floor. So, scientist, and I believe a Krogan scientist, working on the genophage. Anybody else? I think there's one more guy here. Where are you? Hello? I don't know what that was all about. But yeah, I figured I'd give you a little bit of a xenobiology lesson. And I guess they're not really xeno. It is a synthetic being, but it's just a synthetic derivative of a human being, I suppose. It's a husk. And then in Mass Effect 3, we found out you can actually have other synthetic derivatives of those beings, of alien beings. It's actually pretty interesting. Actually, very interesting, very interesting. Really cool idea for like enemies in the game. Cheap way to do it too, because you can just basically. I don't need the. No, let's keep these for now. A cheap, effective way too, because you could just basically remodel or use a basis for like a Turian or a human, remodel it, and then just use that to make your next enemy. So pretty cheap and effective when you think about it. But we're invading Vermeer, and we're attacking. We're attacking all over the place. I believe we moved away from the genophage. No, we're not in the genophage lab areas. Well, we'll find out in a second. Take that, Geth.
All targets down.
Geth function very similarly, but you can tell there's much more hardwire here. Just everywhere, there's much more hard pieces rather than one cohesive synthetic whole. And the headpieces can remind you, they're not ragdolling, right? Yeah. If we have Tally here, or if I get Tally in, you can see that their heads kind of resemble the Quarian helmets. And they have the same number of fingers as the Quarians. Yeah, I don't know, I just felt like doing a little bit of a biology lesson. A little bit of a alien anatomy lesson today. Anyway, this bridge is up. Can't go there. That is very loud. I meant to put that lower. Excuse me. And now it is fine. Probably, I don't know. Who's there? Nothing else. All right.
Don't shoot! Please, I just want to get out of here before it's too late.
It's a little bit high. Who are you?
Let's hear it. Who are you and what do you want?
Rana Thanoptis, neurospecialist. But this job isn't worth dying over, or worse. You think the indoctrination only affects prisoners? Sooner or later, Saren will want to dissect my brain too.
Huh?
I thought this was a breeding facility.
Not this level. We're studying Sovereign's effect on organic minds. At least that's what I assumed. Saren kept us in the dark as much as possible.
You helped him and you don't even know why?
I didn't have the option of negotiating. This position is a little more permanent than I had expected. But I can help you. This elevator behind me goes to Saren's private lab. I can get you in.
Oh, we can get into Saren's lab. I love that club.
Full access. All of Saren's private files. Are we good? Can I go?
Nope, I need to know more.
Studying here.
It's that ship, Sovereign. It emits some kind of signal. Undetectable, but it's there. I've seen the effects. Saren uses it to influence his followers.
So, back in the first level on Eden Prime, some of the people, farmers, workers, explained that they've heard some kind of weird signal or field that blocked out communications and created weird piercing in their skulls.
But there's collateral damage.
So, his ship is somehow able to do that. But Saren doesn't seem like he's fully aware of it. It's not something that he's controlling, so hence why he's studying it more. This is a really interesting twist. So, collateral damage, what do you mean by collateral damage?
What do you mean by collateral damage?
Sovereign's signal is too strong. Spend too much time near the ship and you feel it, like a tingle at the back of the skull. It's like a whisper you can't quite hear. You're compelled to do things, but you don't know why. You just obey.
So we've seen a little bit of that already on the last episode at the end with that one guy who went crazy.
Happens to everyone at the facility. My first test subject was the man I replaced. Now I just want to get out of here before...
So yeah, not a very great work environment. And this leads later to Morden's in Mass Effect 2's theory that indoctrination can work, but only up to a certain point. Apparently, there are some groups that do study on this in the Mass Effect universe, that you can manipulate someone's mind into doing something you want for you, either through brainwashing, indoctrination, or other means, but same effect. But after a time, that person's and mind's usefulness, because it's been so automated and because it's been so manipulated, tends to lose its own effectiveness. Because the genius of a human brain is that it can function and think for itself and learn to adapt and use tools. If you're just constantly being told what to do, you're not thinking for yourself. You lose your own sense of will, your own sense of motivation to perform actions. And without that will, motivation to perform actions, you're not going to be performing them as effectively. And think about any person who goes to work and isn't interested in what they do. If they're not interested in what they do, they're not going to be doing 100%. Now think of somebody that's just forced to do it slave labor. To a certain point, you could argue that you're incentivizing that person because you own them or because you're going to hurt them. But if they have, but even when brainwashing, there is no incentive. It's you do what I say now, and they do the bare minimum of that task. Cults or fanaticisms go a little bit above and beyond, but there's still that motivation. It's brainwashing, but they want to do it at a certain point. So why does Saren want to know about this?
Why is Saren researching this? Isn't he the one controlling it?
The signal comes from the ship. It makes us obey Saren, but I don't think he controls it. Not exactly. I think he's scared it might be affecting him. Indoctrination is subtle. By the time the effects become noticeable, it's usually too late.
Interesting. So it's got subtle effects, and the more you use it, the less effective the target becomes.
Tell me more about this signal.
Signal's not exactly the right word. There is some kind of energy field emanating from the ship. It changes thought patterns.
So this is interesting because it has some basis in the Mass Effect universe with regards. So yes, this is where she explains it's a degenerative condition. Your mind becomes just muck because you were taking advantage too much of.
The less capable it becomes.
So I guess you can just go. You were very helpful.
I'm gonna blow this.
And yes, I know what happens to her in the other games. I know, and it's dumb. You can't really do anything about it.
What? You can't. But I'll never.
I don't really feel like killing her. Just leave. You were helpful.
You enjoyed that.
It was okay. But yes, this has some basis in the Mass Effect universe already with regards to Asari. So we know that there are ways in which beings, and biotics of course, we know there are ways in which beings can affect one another. I'm gonna go back to 150 so soon. Fuck me, I forgot what's in my inventory. But we know there are ways in which beings can affect one another through either the Mass Effect fields or kind of these like like electronic fields of influence. It's actually kind of the ways I developed that one aspect of my sci-fi universe I'm writing for a book. It has to do with basically the same concept, but this isn't really the time or place, and it's not really. I haven't really specified or narrowed it down, so this isn't really the time or place for it. But onward into this tiny room. A beacon.
Look over here. It's another beacon, like the one on Eden Prime.
Finally, I have you now. Let's touch it again. So this one looks much more intact. And it looks like it's actually properly active. So let's do it. It's been a while since we've done any Prothean stuff. That's always so cool. I love that shot of her eyes widening, coming to this realization, or this instinctual realization. It's very, this whole Prothean beacon is very well visually designed, quite honestly. And it's over. And that might sound jarring, but it's not quite over, as we can see up there. Man, I just want to take a second to talk about how, like, that entire tonal moment of the beacon and coming to this greater transcendental understanding of some aspect of a different culture in an instant is so Mass Effect that I'm upset it's not really in any of the other games. It's in Mass Effect 2 a little bit, but in 3 there's no fantastical moment like that. And this game did a better job of balancing those moments with some of the other action moments. But like this right here probably encapsulates why Mass Effect grabs you so much. And it's the aspect that I was talking about a couple parts ago in Novaria, with Novaria. Oh, wait, what was I saying? In Novaria with H.P. Lovecraft. Sorry, word slipped up. With H.P. Lovecraft, where there's this just moments of this experience you can't quite define that slips away from description. The visuals and aesthetic of this in Mass Effect, I've always found one of the most fascinating parts. And the fact that they kind of dribble away from it is something that I've always been really disappointed by. But this is also one of the best moments in the series.
You are not Saren.
What is that? Some kind of VI interface?
Rudimentary creatures of blood and flesh. You touch my mind, fumbling in ignorance, incapable of understanding.
I don't think this is a VI.
There is a realm of existence so far beyond your own, you cannot even imagine it. I am beyond your comprehension. I am sovereign.
So, well, Shepard's about to say it.
Sovereign isn't just some Reaper ship Saren found. It's an actual Reaper.
Reaper, a label created by the Protheans to give voice to their destruction. In the end, what they chose to call us is irrelevant. We simply are.
The Protheans vanished 50,000 years ago. You couldn't have...
He's a robot. Yes, he could have.
Organic life is nothing but a genetic mutation. An accident. Your lives are measured in years and decades. You wither and die. We are eternal, the pinnacle of evolution and existence. Before us, you are nothing. Your extinction is inevitable. We are the end of everything.
Oh, this is so good. It's so good. It's like this speech just makes me want to just like have Mass Effect 1 be a standalone game and not ever have Mass Effect 2 and 3, because everything in those games just kind of recontextualizes this and makes it sound just stupid. Honestly, you could take apart this Sovereign speech in the second and third games and just say that doesn't make sense, this doesn't make sense, this doesn't make sense with regard to this or the Leviathan DLC. This is like, does he have a personality? Is he lying to you? Why would he lie to you? Is he like, what is his like? There's so much that just becomes nonsensical about Sovereign speech, but tone, dialogue, and even with a certain respect to like lore and plotting, it's so interesting. And just like, it's okay. So you found out that the thing that wiped out the Protheans, that they called the Reapers, are a synthetic race. And they're beings that are as big as dreadnoughts, ships. Very Lovecraft thing to do. To say something is beyond your comprehension, to even think about it would turn you insane. Which is why the Prothean beacons kind of make sense with that regard. It's just so interesting. Well, I want to ask you more questions that we can kind of play a little bit back and forth with that. But
There is an entire galaxy of races
more or less.
ready to face you.
That's not exactly true.
Confidence born of ignorance. The cycle cannot be broken.
Cycle? What cycle?
The pattern has repeated itself more times than you can fathom. Organic civilizations rise, evolve, advance, and at the apex of their glory, they are extinguished. The Protheans were not the first. They did not create the Citadel. They did not forge the mass relays. They merely found them. The legacy of my kind.
So revelation after revelation. The Reapers built the Citadel. They built the Presidium. They built the relays. The Protheans was just another stepping stone to some grander design of something that's repeated itself countless times over. So why?
Why would you construct the mass relays, then leave them for someone else to find?
Your civilization is based on the technology of the mass relays. Our technology. By using it, your society develops along the paths we desire. We impose order on the chaos of organic evolution. You exist because we allow it, and you will end because we demand it.
They're harvesting us. Letting us advance to the level they need, then wiping us out.
Why?
What do you want from us? Slaves? Resources?
My kind transcends your very understanding. We are each a nation, independent, free of all weakness. You cannot even grasp the nature of our existence.
So he does a lot of talking that kind of just throws you around in circles, doesn't really answer your question. But more or less what he's saying is each of us, each independent ship is most likely some type of hive mind. And this does make sense with regards to some of Mass Effect 2 and 3's explanation about how the Reapers work. But it's the idea that... What's the best way to explain this? Through the many minds inside a Reaper, potentially, because they are machine-like intelligences. Let's say it's actually made up of hundreds of different AIs working together within the Reaper. It's the idea that like we have all these different perspectives and co-working mechanisms that do make us above your existence, or make us independent of traditional weaknesses, because there's so many facets to how we work. It's statistically impossible to track for the human eye, or yeah, unless you have like a supercomputer, you could probably figure it out. But they basically are supercomputers. So where'd you come from? You won't tell me why you're doing this, but why? Where you come from?
Built you.
We have no beginning. We have no end. We are infinite. Millions of years after your civilization has been eradicated and forgotten, we will endure.
So again, another... They've been here a long time. And he assumes he's going to be here... Well, it assumes it's going to be here millions of years more. So, no answers, really. Are there more of you? He already said there were.
Where are the rest of the Reapers? Are you the last of your kind?
We are legion. The time of our return is coming. Our numbers...
He's really making it sound like he's getting off on, like, killing us.
You cannot escape your doom.
Yeah, he's making it seem like he's really just getting off on it. He's like, oh, you're so dead. Oh, it happens every time. You're so dead. You can't do anything.
Not really.
For a machine, that's a lot of emotions.
Machines can be broken.
It's basically mocking you.
Your words are as empty as your future. I am the vanguard of your destruction. This exchange is over.
Okay.
Commander, we got trouble.
Oh, great. I love it.
Lay it on me, Joker. I love bad news.
That ship's Sovereign? It's moving. I don't know what you did down there, but that thing just pulled a turn that would shear any of our ships in half.
That's not good.
It's coming hard. We need to wrap things up in there fast.
This console is shot. Orders, Commander?
We're done. Let's go.
Let's head to the breeding facility. Joker can pick us up after we set the nuke.
Saving, thank you. So let's go. Back in the elevator. So pretty big revelation we just experienced on Vermeer. We just met one of the Reapers. I mean, we had seen it before. Man, there's so much to just unpack about what just happened, and it's hard to do it justice because part of it's supposed to be like it catches you off guard, and you're not really sure like. It's a lot to unpack, really, and we're still kind of mid-Vermeer right now, and I think that was kind of the point.
Looks like Shadow kicked the sensitives.
Oh, get them over here.
Head them off. Hold them.
That's good. Oh, God, yeah, this part. Hold on. Get cover, please. Got a lot of bullets happening right now. Lots of bullets. Look how smooth my sniper rifle is right now. Look how it's not bouncing wildly right now. Dead. 6 shots. That was great. So good. So good. I got a you. Wow, 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 wow. Man, so much of that speech later just gets ruined by Mass Effect 2 and 3. It makes it seem so petty. Makes it seem super petty. And but the conversation just stays with you for so long. It really... God! I'm so angry. Hey, look, a Reaper 9. Oh, God, I'm so upset. I thought I just cleaned it up. I'm never gonna get away from this. Ooh, where? I know I should be using like the pistol for him, but I don't really care. Excuse me, Garrus. Okay, good. Keep moving. Got him. Where's the last one? Okay, good. I am not even... Oh, I leveled up and I didn't even do anything about it. I'm sorry. I totally forgot about that. Totes forgot. I guess. Why not? Yeah, just kind of capping myself off now.
Area secured.
I know. I don't... Whatever. Yeah, turrets control deactivated. Here it comes. Get ready. Get ready. Get ready. There you go.
Now it's our turn.
I don't even... You know what? I don't even need stuff anymore. Forget it.
Negative contacts, Commander.
Forget it. Boop.
That's it. We need to clear the gate and set those charges.
Jesus Christ. Nice camera angle. Okay, we're good. It's like a little sluice way, I think.
Bunker down.
Really cool giant doors. Everybody loves giant doors. Who doesn't? You're crazy if you don't like. Come down to realgiantdoors.com. We got your real giant doors coming in.
All right.
Giant door. Giant door. Giant door.
Commander, I'm bringing us in.
Giant door. All right, then come in already. You got me staring at your real giant doors. I know he's here somewhere. Maybe you gotta pop a flare. Follow the signal. Ah, perfect. Smooth operator. Easy, easy, easy. All right, good. I like to think it won't just go off like that, but you never know.
Bomb is in position. We're all set here.
Commander, can you read me?
Yeah, where are you? Let's go.
Nuke is almost ready. Get to the rendezvous point, Williams.
Negative, Commander. The Geth have us pinned down on the AA tower.
Oh, for fuck's sake. I sent you guys to do like a couple of jobs. All right, let's go get them. Or can you go get them?
Get them out of there, Joker, now!
Negative. It's too hot. Can't risk it. We'll hold them off as long as we...
It's okay, Commander. I need a couple of minutes to finish arming the bomb. Go get them and meet me back here.
All right, don't fuck it up.
You keep that nuke safe.
All right, do. Yeah, these two. You guys can do it. Any second now. Yeah, still Team Red. I love it. You can hear Normandy blasting off. Team Rocket blasting off again. Bye. All right, where is... Oh, there he is. Go. Don't fuck it up. All right, let's go, guys. Where is the... No, here it is. And then we just, how many... All right, it looks like we just got Krogan. Damp and... Oh, no. Okay. Last thing I want is for them to run at me like assholes. Okay, hold on. Marksman. I would get killed a lot here because the Krogan would always just run at me. Like that right there. Shoot him now. All right, there you go. He's dead now. Woo! Yeah, that's one of the most dangerous encounters in the game just because there's like 3 of them and they go fucking nuts. Look at them. Look, they're so cute with their little feet. So adorable. I love them. Yes, I know. Fucking Christ. I'll just destroy all of these. Oh, isn't this great? Isn't this what you wanted when you knew that I had put up another part today? This is exactly what you wanted. You knew as soon as you got here that this is what we would be doing. You knew. I don't know how you knew, but you knew. You always find a way to know. Why do I have all this crap? Just destroy it. Destroy it now before I get upset. I'm upset. It's too late. Okay. And up we go. Whoa. Go, go, Red. We're like the Power Rangers Red Ranger special where the Red Rangers are on the moon and they're all fighting. Oh, what a great special that was. That's what we're doing right now. A crate. Mine. That was a close one. I already have that. I think I already have all of this. Great. Yay. What was I doing? Oh, I was gonna save. Save, save, save. Save the game. Save it all day, save it all night. When you save, make sure you save real tight. Uh-oh.
Heads up, LT. Just spotted a troop ship headed to your location.
It's already here. There's gas
Oh, shit.
out all over the bomb site.
Okay, how bad is it?
Can you hold them off?
There's too many. I don't think we can survive until you get here. I'm activating the bomb.
What the hell are you doing, Alenko?
I'm just making sure this bomb goes off, no matter what. It's done, Commander. Go get Williams and get the hell out of here.
Screw that. We can handle ourselves. Go back and get Alenko.
So, there are no investigative options. There are no more conversations about it on the matter at all. The choice here is to save Ashley or Kaidan. It doesn't matter which one you send to do what. If you send Kaidan to the bomb, or Ashley to the bomb, or Kaidan with Solarians, or the other way around. You have to choose. Most people get affected by their romance because these are the two love interests for either the male or female shepherd. So odds are you're gonna end up saving the person you're in love with. This is a pretty big choice. And this is the continuity that affects the rest of the series as well, who ends up surviving. There's no wrong answer here. You could say you want to save the person that has the bomb, or you want to save the person that's with the Solarians. Either way, as long as you've been helping the Solarians up till now, Solarians will get saved. I like to look at it this way. And I will tell you what choice I usually make, as well as what choice I'm making today. Typically, as a writer, in terms of making choices about living and dying, I like to make sure that whenever there's a type of loss like that it commits something to the narrative or changes the scope of the narrative after the fact, or leaves a lasting impact on its characters. That being said, I find it much more fascinating and dramatic to kill the quote-unquote better person. Not because they're the better person or because I'm spiting them, but because dramatically their loss impacts the narrative much more than the person who is the worst person. Well, and I'm using, again, I say quote-unquote worse or better. I mean fully realized. I mean person who has their shit together, person who is more reliable, has had their character development and is just kind of going through life as a solid individual or self-actualized individual. That person in life. The percentage of people, because the percentage of people mostly is male shepherd, end up saving Ashley, with a smaller percentage saving Kaidan. Not too much smaller, but a smaller percentage nonetheless. In my scenarios, most of the time, I save Ashley. One, because typically she's a romance interest of mine, and second, because in this instance, I do believe Kaidan is the better character, who would thereby have a stronger impact if he died since he's been with the crew longer. There's really no wrong answer. There's none at all. It's purely subjective, and there's no tactical advantage to saving either one. Some scenes change depending on where the locations are. But for this shepherd, to get back to role-playing that I was talking about in a couple parts ago, for this shepherd, struggling to save her team, struggling to save people she thinks she can count on, struggling to now deal with the fact that someone she deeply, intimately cares about, Kaidan, is at risk. She's trying not to play favorites, but at the same time, she's trusting him to get the job done without her. And her initial objective was to save Ashley. creating the character that we're going to mold into the rest of the series for Mass Effect is we're going to save
Williams,
Ashley.
radio Joker and tell him to meet us on the AA tower.
Yes, Commander,
It's the right choice, and you know it, Ash.
So, Shepard being smart, but Shepard being sentimental, says...
Stay alive. I'll be coming to get you too, Kaidan.
I think we both know that's not gonna happen, Commander.
And then they play somber music. So let's go. And unlike Alpha Protocol, there is no way to save them both. But Shepard doesn't know that. Shepard does not, in fact, know that. So, some of you might be wondering, Gabe, why the fuck did you go through all the trouble but for this Shepard and how I kind of see her character arc going, I feel it's more poignant to have her experience loss after loss after loss. I just need to kill all of these people. So I think you can actually see some Solarians running around. So there's Ashley. Isn't there a Solarian or two here? I know there is. Where is he? Oh, he's over there. I think it's that soldier. It's Saren. And also, this environment here is like, it's a much better battlefield. It's better for the scene to play out. Shoot him now! That didn't really work, did it?
This has been an impressive diversion, Shepard. My Geth were utterly convinced the Solarians were the real threat. Of course, it was all for nothing.
I fooled you.
I can't let you disrupt what I've accomplished here. You can't possibly understand what's really at stake.
So make me understand. Shepard is the type of character that wants to learn.
You've seen the
At least my Shepard.
beacons, Shepard. You of all people should understand what the Reapers are capable of. They cannot be stopped. Do not mire yourself in pointless revolt. Do not sacrifice everything for the sake of petty freedom.
So, Saren's plan is he knows about the Reapers, and he doesn't want to fight them because fighting them is pointless. They kill everything and everyone.
But what if they had bowed before the invaders? Would the Protheans still exist? A submission not preferable to extinction?
It can't be that simple. It's no way it's that simple.
Do you really believe the Reapers will let us live?
Now you see why I never came forward with this to the Council. We organics are driven by emotion instead of logic. We will fight even when we know we cannot win. But if we work with the Reapers, we make ourselves useful. Think how many lives could be spared. Once I understood this, I joined Sovereign, though I was aware of the dangers.
So Saren is actually trying to save lives.
This facility could protect me.
But he's worried about the effects of indoctrination, and he understands the problems that come with it.
You're afraid Sovereign is influencing you. You're afraid he's controlling your thoughts.
What an interesting relationship between the villain and the bigger villain.
Indoctrination. The more
Much more interesting than Benezia and Saren. I'll tell you that much.
the subject becomes. That is my saving grace. Sovereign needs me to find the conduit. My mind is still my own, for now. But the transformation from ally to servant can be subtle. I will not let it happen to me.
Ooh. So how did Geth factor into all this?
Why are the Geth following Sovereign?
They believe Sovereign to be some kind of god, the pinnacle of their own evolution. But the reaction of their deity is most telling.
It doesn't give a fuck about the Geth.
Sovereign does not desire the pitiful devotions the Geth hurl at it. They are just tools, and no amount of belief on their part will change that.
That's an interesting, that's an interesting difference between the Geth mindset and the Reaper mindset. Reapers see themselves as above it all. Geth see themselves as another part of the galaxy.
Survive.
With beliefs and hopes and dreams, the Reapers are just like, nah, fuck it.
We must work with the Reapers.
I mean, also, they can't really be indoctrinated, so there's that too. What is the conduit?
Tell me why Sovereign needs the conduit. Tell me what it is. Maybe we can find a way to stop them.
The conduit is the key to your destruction and
We're just
my
speaking in
salvation.
big speeches that don't mean anything again.
To find it, that is the only reason.
So Sovereign needs an organic to get the conduit, whatever it is. It's possible, and most likely, I think this is actually confirmed later on, that the Prothean beacons only interact with organic minds. So the Prothean beacons show the way to the conduit. And the Prothean beacons are Prothean made. Those aren't by the Reapers. Those are specifically by the Protheans. But Saren, it's pretty obvious you're indoctrinated already.
Sovereign's manipulating you and you don't even know it. You're already under its power.
No, Sovereign needs me. If I find the conduit.
But what if it's lying, though?
Free from the inevitable. This is my only hope.
No. Come on, Saren. You used to be a good guy. You still kind of are.
Together we can stop Sovereign. We don't have to submit to the Reapers. We can beat them.
I no longer believe that, Shepard.
So he did want to beat them at one point. But there's actually, I think there's a comic or a novel behind Saren's story and how he tried to investigate this threat. And then when he finally understood it, that's when he kind of turned the tables on himself.
Like a machine. If I can prove my value, I become a resource worth maintaining. There is no other logical conclusion.
So prove your helpfulness as a tool, as a resource, and you know, maybe we'll see what we go. So come on, really, man? Ends justify the means?
You were a Spectre. You were sworn to defend the galaxy. Then you broke that vow to save yourself.
I'm not doing this for myself. Don't you see? Sovereign will succeed. It is inevitable. My way is the only way any of us will survive. I'm forging an alliance between us and the Reapers, between organics and machines. And
it's an interesting proposal, but if you're wrong, then we're fucked.
Ever existed. But you would undo my work. You would doom our entire civilization.
But you don't even know what they want. You say they'll like us as resources, but what are they even after? Oh, I turned around. I got flipped turned upside down. All right, hold on. Boop, boop. Yeah, explosions. Get out of the way, man. Okay. And damp them. Is he T-posing? What's he doing? Oh, Rex, your biotics. Oh, shit. I don't know how I got all the way over here. So, if you're where the bomb is, you're not really above a cliff or anything like that. You're just here. Punch. I don't know what he was looking at. So this is why this scene's much more dramatic. Because you're actually threat of falling off the cliff. Shoot him! I mean, he probably has shields on, but, you know, doesn't hurt to try. Damn it, Kaidan, if you didn't arm the nuke, we could have just came and found your body and then turned the nuke on anyways. Oh, Kaidan, you're a hero. Pew pew. Oh, we left him. Also, in terms of Ashley's character, I see Ashley as the type of girl who, like Shepard, is kind of her protege, so ends up surviving a little bit more.
All right, everybody, hang on.
Yeah, that happened. Whew.
I can't believe Kaidan didn't make it. How could we just leave him down there?
Alenko risks going in. He gave his life to save the rest of us.
It should have been me, Commander. You know that.
It wasn't your call, Williams. I had to choose. I chose you.
I'm sorry, Commander. You saved my life. I'm grateful for that. But it should have been me. Alenko was a superior officer. I would have gladly...
So, you'll have special dialogue about Ashley if you talk to her.
Ash, how far are you going to drive yourself? Are you trying to be a martyr? To redeem your grandfather's honor?
That's not fair.
What the public and the military did to him was unfair, but I don't want to lose a good soldier over it.
Aye, Commander.
Commander, excuse me for interrupting, but I have an idea. I think the beacon you found in Saren's base was similar to the one you found.
So I don't know if I lost Kaidan's armor, because that was really good armor.
Pieces of your vision. I might be able to help you put all those pieces
I didn't want to take it off and spoil that I was going to kill him. I know it was like 5 minutes away, but still, I didn't want to spoil it. Alright, so Liara just said the Vermeer beacon might have given us the missing pieces we need to flesh out the Eden Prime beacon. So it's possible that, you know, Saren had both pieces of the puzzle, and that's why he's a little bit a step ahead of us, because he had this beacon to begin with. So, let's give it a shot.
You want to join our minds again, don't you?
Constantly joining our minds.
Go ahead.
This is very reminiscent of Knights of the Old Republic, where Bastila and the main character have shared the same dreams that help the plot along. And they really cannot help themselves. Some crazy imagery in here.
I never thought the images would be so intense. I need a moment to collect myself.
I know, okay, I know, but this is important.
Did the vision make any sense to you?
It's a distress call.
Okay, here we go. Now we have the full picture.
Empire. A warning against the Reapers, but the warning came too late.
Okay, anything else important?
What about the conduit?
There were other images, locations, places I recognized from my research. Ilos! The conduit is on Ilos! That is why Saren needed to find the Mu relay. It is the only way to get.
Why didn't you mention Ilos before?
How come you never told us about Ilos before?
The Mu relay links to dozens of systems and hundreds of worlds. How was I to know Ilos was the one we wanted? Without the cipher, the images in your visions were never clear. Only now do I recognize them as landmarks from Ilos.
Let's go, I guess. Time's short.
We need to get to Ilos.
Forget it.
They're probably all the same to say the same thing.
Terminus systems. Alliance ships are not welcome there. Neither are Spectres.
We really don't have a choice.
The conduit's on Ilos. That's where Saren's heading. I'll be waiting for him when he gets there.
Saren will have his entire fleet orbiting Ilos. You will never make it down to the surface without reinforcements. You must alert the Council. We need a fleet to... I am sorry. The joining is exhausting. I should go to the medical bay and lie down for a moment.
Go ahead. I've asked these questions before.
Dismissed.
Commander, there's a convoy nearby. I can link us in if you want to report back to the Citadel Council. You know, to warn them about Sovereign.
Set the link up, Joker. They need to know.
Hopefully they'll fucking listen for once.
Commander Shepard, I'm pleased to see your mission on Vermeer was a success.
Saren is formidable enough without an army of Krogan, sir.
We've got way bigger problems.
The Krogan would have served Sovereign, a Reaper.
Yes, we saw.
Oh, so you are reading my reports.
Sovereign, Ascension machine.
For once in your fucking lives, you're reading my goddamn reports.
News is quite alarming, if it turns out to be accurate.
I fucking spoke to the thing.
Sovereign's a Reaper. Saren admitted it.
It spoke to me.
Playing you, Shepard. Saren still has contacts on the...
So what, dude, did I just imagine my conversation?
The ones talking about your vision and the Reapers.
It's highly possible Saren is using false information.
Did he? Why? What's the point? If Saren isn't serving some higher purpose, what the fuck does he stand to accomplish by betraying the Council? Come on, now. Don't be fucking stupid. Come on.
I tried to warn you about Saren. You didn't believe me then, and look how that turned out.
I believe you humans have a saying. Even a broken clock is right twice a day.
Oh, fuck you. Really? I mean, he's right, but like, seriously? Come on, man. Like, I'm the one going down the path. I have a Prothean expert, a scientist. I have a cipher from the Protheans. I have 2 Prothean beacons, which you know are technology that works and relays information. And I have eyewitnesses on my team that look at the thing I saw. Are you serious?
Sooner or later, you're gonna have to take something.
It's not even on faith. I have proof.
I try to see this from our perspective, Commander. Saren is a threat we can recognize. However, as far as we know, the Reapers only exist in your...
So can we fucking compromise? Because they're still part of the same problem.
Of lives. We cannot act on the accusations of a single person.
Oh, fine. Then I'll just go by myself again. That was the solution last time, so let it be the solution this time. I'll just go again.
Take any official action here. That is why we created the Spectre.
Oh, good. So it's just up to me then.
To act as you see fit.
If you truly believe Sovereign is the real...
Okay, good. There you go. God, the Council is so inept at handling problems. Their solution to, like, serious problems where their hands are tied are just, let's just send one guy to figure it out. And then we'll disown him. Or her. Once the problem has already been solved. We'll just do that. We'll just have someone else solve the problem. God, they're incompetent as fuck. And then there's some retroactive continuity in terms of like, oh, they actually did believe you, as they revealed in Mass Effect 3. They just didn't tell you. So they actually were doing things to hopefully, yeah, blah 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 blah. Kaidan's dead. That's what matters. Kaidan is now dead. Our love has been destroyed. We're no longer in love. I mean, we're really in love. We never said I love you, but we were interested. And Shepard had to give that up in order to save Ashley and safeguard the bomb and blah, blah, blah. So, Shepard, as you see her now, as a character, is going to be trouble. This is the beginning as what I like to... This is the beginning of what I like to call Shepard's road of sacrifice. Where we mentioned before during the Balak thing is Shepard is going to have to make sacrifices, regardless at some point. And it's going to, well, now we realize it's going to potentially corrupt her character, but not corrupt in the traditional way. I think the better word probably is unbalance her character. It's unbalance her character. I think that's the proper word to use here. And with Shepard unbalanced, we begin to see what is the rebalancing of the Paragon Renegade system in Mass Effect 2. Now, that has no direct correlation because what I'm talking about is my own headcanon for how I characterize Shepard, and Mass Effect 2 is just going in its own direction. But it's important that you have the ability to kind of line things up in your head, otherwise the immersion of the series kind of falls apart. So I see this as the unbalancing of Shepard, in which she's taking steps along the road of sacrifice, losing parts of herself, or what she deems are the collective self we mentioned before, and trying to contextualize her efforts and, you know, try to find agency and purpose within them. And we're going to talk more about the characters and the reaction to Virmire. Virmire's over. We're going to talk a little bit more on the next part. This part felt short, but we completed Virmire, man. We completed it. So I'll see you guys on the next episode. Just give that like button. Just give it a tap. Just give it a tap. One tap. Don't double tap. And I'll see you guys next time on Helpful and Stuff.